Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I hope you're having a good day. I'm coming to send greetings. We are right in this great portal. Just tune in with your consciousness to the great central sun with intention, and you'll see that there is much light that is being communicated. But it is very important to keep the sense of humor very active while we when we do not see love. When there is love, there is no need for humor, but when there is so many things that we can light up the load with humor. So it's very important to hold the sphere of compassion rather than criticism, because criticism will continue to, we can oppose things that will make us more vulnerable to be part of the duality, so rather than holding the space. And so I'm going to pull the card of the day from the angels is the triumph. We're going to be triumphant of our lower self. That is the only, to conquer ourself is like really what we seek to do. For that is really essential. And humor, there was this joke, the joke of yesterday, if you haven't heard it, it's like we here in Europe, it's like there is the French president Emmanuel Macron that say, may I have a bottle of water, please? And Vladimir Putin answering, with gas or without gas? So that was pretty funny. And so it's like it's very important to see that the world, not to confront for the situation where the world leaders, whether it's Europe or America, is completely absurd. Those people are just responding to orders from the deep state. Everything's going to be revealed, and the whole program is going to crash very soon. So it's like there is nothing no one can do to stop it. For Shakespeare already said, I said the hells, I think it was in The Tempest, very good book. It was a boat that goes through the Bermuda Triangle. And so I think it was in this book, and he said, the hells are empty. All the devils are already on the earth. So it's like right now there's this purification, this cleansing process. For it is very ambitious to want to be one with the one, because it's like, but that is really the goal and the purpose of all this going on. We're becoming ascended master. We're becoming, and yet we still need to higher wisdom. We need to learn to connect psychically to our guides, to the archangels, to the ascended masters, to the gods, and to the creator. Always starts with the most powerful. For tools will only work as long for a while. Spiritual tools, there is not like one tool that will lead us to the ascension. It lead us to the next step, and then when the tool no longer works, we have to accept to find a new tool that has, once we integrated the tool, there is one tool that is essential, is to connect the morning, but many times a day, to the inner light, to the inner divinity that we have, to thank God, to connect, to ask for this light to become dominant within ourselves. And so for every imbalance creates suffering, and the sense of balance and equilibrium will bring us to the joy. And so right now, today is the time of departure. There is we're moving into something completely new, completely different. We're moving forward, for there will be great surprises coming. And so it is essential also to understand when our consciousness is exposed to something horrible. For there will be many horrible things, and fortunately there are many horrible things going on in this matrix, in this earth. But when it's exposed, it's just you send the light and love. You stay neutral. You don't get implicated emotionally. You don't suffer the process. For it is a soul experience in any event, and you can pray and ask God to resolve the situation, to heal it. That is is very, very powerful, because God has the power to do that, but it needs our intention, it needs our consciousness. And group prayers are also very, very powerful. And always pray from the heart, not just a mental thing, of course. And to continue to cultivate this inner light. For there was a philosopher named Seneca, which was a very Jean-Jacques Rousseau, French philosopher, was in the 19th century. He's the only philosopher that never let me down. His philosophy is stoic. It means that no matter what going on in the world, you can rely on Seneca's wisdom, in some sense. I like Plutarch also. They were living in the time of Jules Caesar. And so what he said is that if you do not know which port you're sailing to, no wind will be favorable. You'll go in circle. So it is important to know what we want, to know where we're going, to be determined, to be disciplined in relationship to and to trust that the wind will carry us where we need to go, but we need to know where we want to go. So it is important to continue to cultivate that. And so I'm going to pull a few cards. Understanding all the deep state, the agents of the deep state are in complete fear and complete desperation. So it's like a wild animal that is hurt. It can be very dangerous. So just remain calm. Just send love and light. They will have to face. There's all kinds of things that will need to be faced, but we don't have to become victim of that which is going on. And so. I wanted to thank you. I talked about something a bit personal about letting go of smoking habits, which is no big deal in reality. It's never about the product. It's always about the blockage that it creates. So we can just enjoy in the 20th century, all artists, all intellectuals were smokers. Einstein was a smoker, smoking his pipe every day, but it didn't prevent him from being a spiritual being. It's from the heart that it happens, and so. And it is the same thing with the American Indians smoke tobacco and sage in their ceremonies. Sage will open up the spiritual connection through the lungs for like 15, 20 minutes and allow to communicate with the spirit. And sage also prevent tobacco from becoming addictive. And even Merlin, the great ascended master, Merlin, when you go to his mystery school, the first thing he does is like he's going to light up his pipe. He's going to smoke. Well, he say, well, for us, we don't have lungs, so it's like it's not like you here down there, you can damage your lung by smoking, but us, we do no longer have that. So it's not about judgment, because when we have self-judgment about ourselves, about those things, we create this guilt, and then it becomes much more difficult to handle the problem. And so just be light about it, and Yet the more we can purify ourselves, the closer we'll get to the source. So it's important to continue to perfect ourselves, but without the judgment. Everybody's different. We want to find our balance. For everything that is in balance will bring us to joy and happiness. Everything that's in balance will bring us, will create and comfort. For the observer of the days, the fruits are ripe, and there is like the fruits. There is no choice when the fruits are ripe. You don't even need to shake the tree; they will fall down naturally. The highest wisdom is accepting the ordinary. It's like to make the ordinary extraordinary. The nature is ordinary, but extraordinary is to be able to see, to accept the lack of excitement maybe for a time, but to settle down. What needs to be understood is the success, the victory. It's really overcoming the tiger of fear, and it is done. What we need to do is friendliness. It's about being friendly. It's about being to share and experience love, whether it's romantic or platonic, but it's all about different frequency. And the outcome is the great master, the teacher, the nothingness. Once we the only way to be everything is to accept to be nothing at all. Also, for with God we're everything, and without God we're nothing. Well, that some people will not understand that until a certain point after the incarnation, if they're atheists. But it's to accept to go through the void, because it's like it is the void that transforms. If we hold on to the past, we can't transform. If we let go of the past, we can move into this void and allow ourselves to emerge on the other side of the void with the transformative process that we're seeking, and trust your higher self, and the higher self is moving closer, and then there's this full moon on the couple of days that will be very powerful in Aquarius to open to this great collective galactic frequency of being, and so there's going to be many transformations that are going to be that we're going to be a witness to. And so I'm going to finish with a song. Thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm going to soon keep this channel open, but most likely I will open an English channel and a French channel for other kind of presentation. And thank you for your donations. If you have a private session, you can send me an email. I'm going to finish with this song. It's from a movie that's really dark humor. It's not for children, but it's an old movie. It's called Happiness. I don't know if you've seen it. It's really dark, but it's kind of funny in the dark sense, dark humor. And so this song is about somebody who's looking for happiness and can never find it, but he will never end his search for happiness. And Shakespeare was Lord Saint-Germain. was an ascended master. He was able to add at the end of the American Constitution that the sovereign right, the pursuit of happiness, and that's very important. It is a sovereign right. Everybody. Plato used to say that happiness comes from virtue and is lasting, while pleasure comes from vice and it's very short-lived. So it's about continuing to cultivate this sense of happiness, and then the more we are able to cultivate this sense of happiness within, the more the mirror of life will bring us elements that will increase our happiness, as far as I know, as far as I can see. So this song is called Happiness. It goes like this. Seems the things I wanted in my life I never got. So it's no surprise that living only leaves me sad. Happiness, where are you? I've searched so long for you. Happiness, what are you? I haven't got a clue. Happiness, why do you have to stay so far away from me? When I'm in despair and life has turned into a mess, I know that I don't dare to end my search for happiness. Happiness, where are you? I've searched so long for you. Happiness, what are you? I haven't got a clue. Happiness, why do you have to stay so far away from me? Happiness, sometimes I think I see you from afar. When I run to catch you, though, that is not where you are. Happiness, I know I'll get a hold of you some way. Till I do, I know I'll keep on searching every day. Happiness, where are you? I've searched so long for you. Happiness, what are you? I haven't got a clue. Happiness, why do you have to stay so far away from me? Gotta find it, gotta find it, gotta find my happiness. Gotta find it, gotta find it, gotta find my happiness. When I'm in despair and life has turned into a mess, I know that I don't dare to end my search for happiness. Gotta find it, gotta find it, gotta find my happiness. Gotta find it, gotta find it, gotta find my happiness. Happiness, where are you? I've searched so long for you. Happiness, what are you? I haven't got a clue. Happiness, why do you have to stay so far away from me? So this movie I don't recommend. It's kind of a bizarre movie that talks about the dysfunction of the human psyche. So it's pretty intense and it's absolutely not for children. But I'm going to pull one more card just for this song. It's like for this search for happiness. Eventually, we all pass through this portal, whether we ascend or we pass through the portal of death, and we find that happiness up there once we reconnect. So it's like the ascension is, if we don't complete our ascension, we'll complete it after this portal. After we pass through the portal, I believe that the greatest scientific discovery that will be made in the 20th century is the scientific proof of the grand portal, the immortality of the human soul. That is a key element that humans haven't got yet. We get that through faith. So the observer is about celebration and partying. You have so many reasons to party. A community of friends, good news about a relation or children. And then what the final card of the day is the 10 of Ariel. You have so many reasons to be grateful to life. Success on a financial level, retirement on the horizon, a happy and rich and gratifying family life. So all has been promised. It's about letting go. We very much have to stay neutral and absolutely not give in to to become contemplative and to ask for our own point of freedom, our own paradise, our own freedom, sovereignty, financial abundance, to move into this quantum field where we'll be able to navigate and continue to assess the planet, but from a secure point of view. And it's like we want to continue to cultivate this anchoring our divine light, to become conscious of this higher intelligence that wants to emerge from within us. Well, thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.